and Garcia. Okay, just me. All right, this is a media report of your local crime in our area. Okay, this is our facts and findings of the case. All right, facts. There was a 911 call placed by Miss Fussy at 12:38. She stated she heard a loud crashing sound and a scream from a residence across the street. This Miss Bad Day was found dead with her 4-year-old son at the location. Her husband was approximately 20 minutes from home. Unknown man driving at the scene. And Lonnie's friend Sandy had come over to say hi.
Alright, so this is the crime scene. Upon arriving at the crime scene on 106 Archer Avenue, which is right here, 106 Archer Avenue, Miss Fussy's house. She's the one that heard Miss Lonnie's yelling and screaming or shouting across the street. Okay, so upon arriving at the crime scene at 106 Archer Avenue, we found Miss Lonnie Baudet pronounced dead on the scene of her bed. Here's the bed. Yeah, there you go, dead. Anyway, she was pronounced dead on the scene. Her 4-year-old son standing by her side.
Right on the house again.
An extension immediately.
Objection. House keeps getting bigger.
Mom, are you okay? Okay, go. She pronounced, Mom, are you okay? After processing the scene, we found fingerprints belonging to Mr. and Mrs. Baudet's, as well as Sadnews. There were broken pictures of the glass on the floor. The mirror attached to this dresser was broken as well. The bedroom furniture was out of place. We were convinced that the struggle took place in the bedroom. The victim's cell phone was found behind the dresser, contained messages between the victim and her husband about her going out all night, leaving her son with a babysitter. The husband did not know the bedroom also contained blood splatter that was found on the dresser, wall, floor, and bed. Interview 2.
As in the interview 2 was one of the vehicles that was the unknown driver, which we later determined as Michael Helper, Bert Bad Day's friend. Bert asked him to check on his wife because she wasn't answering his phone. He was later released from questioning. Bert Bad Day asked his friend to do this for him to make sure that, one, he knew what was going on. They also said that when we talked to Bert, he said that he was actually with Michael Helper the whole time watching the basketball playoffs, never mentioning that he actually sent Michael Helper to check on his wife. The 911 caller, Miss Fussy, stated that she also saw suspicious vehicle in the neighborhood throughout the week, and was not sure of what this vehicle was, but she explained it to be a black 1985 Cutlass. Okay. We also interviewed the 4-year-old son to find out some information. He heard the doorbell ring. His mother, of course, being in a bad state with the husband, told her son to go to the bedroom. While he was in the bedroom, the child told us that he heard lots of yelling and screaming between his mom and his dad. He did recognize the father's voice, but he did tell us that he never saw him. He never physically actually saw his dad, but he heard him. Also, just as a side note, we did notice that Michael Helper drives a black 1985 Monte Carlo. The vehicles are very, very similar. For Miss Fussy to not correlate the two different vehicles, she might have thought that one of those vehicles was the exact same. We're on interview 2. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Later on in the second interview with Michael Helper, he did tell people that Bert did borrow his car frequently, but that day in question, 2 days prior to the death, he borrowed it again, and then the day of the actual accident, he did borrow the car. Sorry, I lost myself on my notes there. But he also did tell Michael Helper, and this is Michael Helper telling us this, that he did actually kill his wife, and he did it turned into a physical altercation, and she was bleeding, and he left her on the bed. So that way we had that collaboration. Bert corroborated Michael's story about borrowing the car stuff. He confessed to trying to talk to his wife because she was keeping their son from him on the days in question in the residence. It was making Bert very angry, and then Lonnie still let him in, and they argued a lot, and why? Sorry. They got into an argument. Bert shoved her, and she fell into the dresser and started bleeding, and he moved her to the bed. Interview 3.
Interview 3. Sandy Sadnews, which is Lonnie's best friend, was questioned about her whereabouts and why she was coming to Lonnie's home at 1 a.m. She explains that Lonnie had called her and was telling her about the argumentative texts that were being exchanged. Lonnie told Sandy that she did not feel